locomotor and non-locomotor movement. But first, we need to check our pulse rate. And before I forgot, we should wear face mask for our safety. I'm done. And moving on to check our pulse rate, we need timer. After checking my pulse rate, I found out that my resting pulse rate is 82 beats per minute. Are you ready to learn about what is locomotor and non-locomotor movements? What are you waiting for? Aral na! And now, I will define the locomotor movements, where your body travels through space from one location to another. The two types of locomotor movements are even rhythm and uneven rhythm. Walking is an example of even rhythm. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is where your body moves by your feet from one place to another. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Running is another example of even rhythm. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hopping is another example of even rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crawling is another example of locomotor movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Positioning is another example of locomotor movements. Skipping is an example of uneven rhythm. 1, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next is non-locomotor movements. It only occurs with your whole body part, but do not cause any trouble from one place to another. Sitting is an example of non-locomotor movements, as well as standing. Bending is another example of non-locomotor movements. Pushing and pulling is another example of non-locomotor movements. Any stretching activities are an example of non-locomotor movements, such as jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As well as your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turning your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. non-locomotor movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also, snapping is another example of non-locomotor movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shaking your body is an example of non-locomotor movements. Bouncing is another example of non-locomotor movements. Clapping is another example of non-locomotor movements. Stomping your feet is another example of non-locomotor movements. Turning is another example of non-locomotor movements. Squat is another example of non-locomotor movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Punching is another example of non-locomotor movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Waving is another example of non-locomotor movements. Lying is another example of non-locomotor movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twisting is another example of non-locomotor movements. After doing those activities, I will get now my exercise heart rate. And it results as 114 beats per minute. Those are some examples of locomotor and non-locomotor movements. That's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep safe and God bless.